Okay. To make sure that's on. Okay, and is there anything else I want to do? Probably. Now I have a Discord set of things to send out to. Oh. Let's turn myself off on the monitor so I'm not echoing all over the place. I got picked up there. Let's see, throw myself on here. Okay. Very quickly. Here, bring out my scratch pad.
That's why I called you so late last night.
It may even surprise you to know that I have positive proof.
Hello everyone, how are you doing? Let me put a few things away. So today we're going to do a silly bit of fan art. What we're gonna do is take this shirt guy here, not this one, even though that one's you know, fantastic. He's also taller than the real cats, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do it as a sort of here up image. I'm grabbing that putting it there so I get indications of height and all that sort of stuff. Because the Gantz is not very tall. Bring the saturation down, actually leave that back up because it don't matter that much. Okay. Alright. And I'm giving this a try and seeing how this works. Because I did a little bit of fiddling with my setup today. So I'm hoping this works better than it has in the past for me. So what we're going to do is actually stack 3 ducks on top of each other because that's required. Because you can't have 3 ducks in a Gantz coat unless you have 3 ducks. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have duck 1. Actually, let's just do it slightly differently. Okay. So we're going to run down. Basically, there's the middle of my page. And we're going to be looking at, so we're going to have one duck ending about here, one is going to end about here, and then we're going to have another one on top. Okay. Actually, no. I want them slightly offset. Because where the neck here is, this is where I want a big duck there, so we have a duck head sticking out, but not actually a duck. Not a whole duck. So, actually we have a nice ball duck here. I think we'll use this guy over here as our basis for that, so we may actually keep that pretty close. Okay. So we're gonna have duck here, we're gonna have duck here, and we're gonna have duck here.
All in one.
Then we need to have the trench coat sort of come down. The arms sort of come through there. Do that. And that's going to give us that. And then we have the scarf, of which we have a couple of ends that come off here. And then we're going to basically come up with some sort of terrible mask thing. Well, no, let's not do the terrible mask thing. That's it. Let's have the terrible mask sort of sitting here. As if it's been blown off the dock. That'll be what we'll do there. And so what we have here on the front is we're gonna have, let's see, this comes around here. The nice thing is because this is just sort of cheesy art, fan art, it's not really intended to be actually Gans. I can be a little familiar with where everything sits. And then what I'm really tempted to do is actually like try and rig it up properly. Now this image isn't my picture either. This is Miyakina did this one. Okay. So there we go. And I think we'll take that and we'll bring that down to about there. Alright, so we're going to work these duck by duck. I'm going to line out in all the ducks in full. And then we're going to add the coat. And what we actually need, oh, that's right. So let's assume we have a big breeze coming through. So if we have a breeze sort of coming through from this direction, then that's going to give us, this bit here is going to sort of flap open, and that's going to show us the ducks underneath. Okay, that's how we get to see our ducks. So let's start with the ducks. Grab this guy up here. No. It's only for reference sizing anyway, so may as well bring that back up there and bring that back up. So we're gonna break this guy down, and then how are we looking? So can I rotate that? Or horizontally, there we go. Okay. group this guy. And we'll call it Duck 1. Okay. So we're looking at something of a roundish head. We're going to bring that down here. The body is going to be... Actually, let's make it slightly easier on myself. Turn that off. Actually, turn it back on again. There we go. Bring that over there so we have it on our center line. Okay. And we're going to put the duck bill there. And then we're going to have an eye. And then we're going to bring the mirroring in. Actually, let's do it this way. Okay. There we go. It's looking a little better. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then we'll... there. And then here we're going to see wings off this direction. It's a chunky duck. There we go. Yeah, now he's not so chunky. Okay, we can turn that off. We'll bring that there, and then we'll put the eyes on either side. Okay. That's looking better. I'm gonna add another group here. This is the second duck. The second duck is going to be, let's see. Yes, I would like to save it. I have no idea what you decided to do. What is this doing? Apparently it decided to do something, so... Okay, fine. Right, so our second duck is going to have to go on top here. So let's grab... yeah, let's grab that one.
That's why I called you so late last night.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Actually, we want it sort of more here because we're going to have This dock's standing on top of the other dock. And then we'll make that head bigger. We'll make it sort of face that way. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so now we're then going to grab the last guy. Dock 3. Okay. This is where dock 3 is going to be. It's going to be up here. It is going to be this guy. This one here is much more round. We also have head here, and then we're going to have that there, and then we will have turkey feet. Okay. So there. Now that we have the ducks basically lined up, because you know, you need to get all your ducks in a row. I hope people are down with that. I mean, the terrible puns and all. Okay. So there's our basic sketch one there. What do we have? Oh. Nah. No. I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay. So we will take this guy, bring its opacity down, and then hide it. And then this guy will bring its opacity down and hide it. This one here will bring its opacity down. We're not going to hide it. Okay. Let's get rid of that. And we're doing this a little more freehand. Oh. Wrong layer. Eh. Okay. We're going to have a switch that around the other way then. Okay. Of course, because I'm on a different layer now, I can put the legs in. And then
Put the lights out or even under the covers if it gets cold.
okay. that's fine. We'll need another line here. Grab that. So let's see. Beak's gonna have that over the top. And then
All in one.
yeah. There we go. I think that'll be fine without that, actually. Alright. So where are we at now? Okay, that's the sketch, so we can get rid of that. Let's do a little bit of cleanup quickly. Because if I do that now, then I won't have to mess around later. There we go. Get rid of that. Leave that there. It's just this guy.
Well, you see, we weren't as fortunate as most people.
Okay. Yep. It's not a symmetrical dock. I'm fine with that. Well, I mean, it's symmetrical. It's just not identical age direction. And if you look at docks in reality, it won't be. It'll be symmetrical, but not perfect. Okay. That. Okay. Now. these off. And there is the first of the dogs. Find out. Usually go for a little more realistic, so actually trying for a little bit more cartoonish this time. Because it's all about the cartoon idea of, you know, 3 ducks in a Gantt so. Okay. Just quickly bouncing through. Seeing where I'm at, seeing what's up. I have an ad break going right now, so no point to worry about that too much. Okay. So yeah, I think Mr. Duck here looks perfectly reasonable. That's our line art for duck number 1. And we're going to bring his opacity all the way down here to like 10. Okay. Now let's have a look at duck number 2. Save. I'm going to probably mute myself for a sec. Yeah.
That's why I called you so late last night.
Okay. Sorry, I was stuffing my face with food and I didn't think you guys needed to hear that. Alright.
It may even surprise you to know that I have positive proof.
I keep hitting something on my tablet here that's causing things to skip on me. At least feel like they get stuck. Probably clean the tablet off. Now this actually brings up an interesting point. What do duck feet look like? Let's do a search for duck feet. Here we go. Oh, they only have 3 toes. I'm sure I do this, but that doesn't seem right. One, two, three. Oh no, they do have them. You just can't see all of them. Okay. So in that case, what we're looking at here yeah, I'm gonna have to do this as a separate set of layers. Okay.
You can read in bed with the lights out, or even under the covers if it gets cold.
That'll do for now. I'll come back in and it turns out duck legs are actually fairly interestingly spaced. Hmm.
All in one.
Okay. Here we go. Want to leave a little extra there. Oh yeah, we can turn it off. Before anyone goes on about how... Really? Before anyone goes on about how the duck legs are too long, I would like to point out that ducks don't usually stand on top of each other. So your argument is irrelevant. Yeah.
Well, you see, we weren't as fortunate as most people.
That's what we're gonna go with. We're gonna go with the whole your argument is irrelevant. Okay. That doesn't look quite right. I think I'm going to pull that out and do it. Yeah, it's better. Right? No. The whole point here is not to be perfect, but to be close enough. A close enough mentality. I think I've mentioned it a few times. Like, sort of the whole don't bother about trying to be perfect because nobody's perfect, but it doesn't hurt to try to be better, because being better is something that we can all aspire to. There we go. This one's a more buff duck. Feathers are a little ruffled. Probably due to the wind. So yeah. Duck, duck, duck. And then we can come up here and we can clean up this last little bit, and the line out for this will probably be finished at that point. Okay. I think I want to move that one down here so that this one here is actually in front of. Hey Neo, how you doing? It's actually going to be 3 ducks. At the moment, it's just 1 duck. I'm doing pretty decent. Having a mostly quiet day, and figured I'd sort of end with a little bit of art as opposed to doing things. Well, it's actually going to, I mean, there's so we're going to have 1, 2, 3 ducks all standing on top of each other, and then we're going to put them in a Gantz suit with a terrible Gantz mask here, and then we're going to send that to Gantz. So I have been working through the ducks. Nope, I don't know what that did. But where's the button? The correct button. Okay, so that's the bottom duck. There's my top duck. And that's going to be the second duck. Okay, so here's my top duck. Yeah. With the things that have been going on in Gantz's channel lately, I wanted to just sort of do something that was a little different. I was actually sort of sitting there thinking about it, and I went, you know what? I can do three ducks standing on top of each other. And I'm sort of going to try and comic stylize it a little bit. So, I mean, this is his model from an actual stream. Here is his model in VR chat. And this is fan art that somebody else did. You probably know that other person. I mean, well, you may not. I mean, it's Emi Akina. So. Okay. So, we're going to bring the opacity down on that duck, and we're going to turn off the background sketch here. And then we're going to spin that around, and we're going to add the new layer in, and we're going to work on the last duck. And the nice thing is this works out pretty well because Gantz is officially only like 3 feet tall. So, hooray for ducks. I'm doing this more to sort of... I'm doing this for the amusement value, but also because it helps keep catching on something on my... Yeah, it's much better.
It may even surprise you
Cleaning off
with
my
positive proof.
tablet with a rag thing. So... And you probably noticed that anytime you say duck, something weird happens. Let's see. I'm going to grab that guy. Is that... Actually, yeah, we'll give this duck a big honking schnoz. Yeah. Yes, that was somebody I know wanted to, in fact, it's Rajome. In the stream in which the whole ducks thing wound up being a thing for Gantz, she discovered that she could make models for use with it, so she went ahead and made a little yellow duck. So that is why there are now ducks that can be thrown at me whenever anyone says duck. Mostly I'm gonna leave it on for this stream, but I may decide to do something similar in a future stream. Okay. Well, actually, I can bring that back down. Yeah. Okay. Let's see, that's that one. So this layer shouldn't be down here. It isn't. That's good. Okay. But theoretically then, oh, this is gonna need some eyes. Your ducks can see. Okay.
You can read in bed with the lights out or even under the covers if it gets cold.
Go with that. All right. Yes, he has. He has seen the enormity of what it means to be Gantz. Because this is the head duck. And it should be mentioned, if anyone here, if anyone watching this is a fan of Discworld, my only response to this is, what duck?
All in one.
No, we're cleaning that back there. Okay. Big duck. Big duck landing on your head. Oh, actually, that's fine. We're gonna take that out. Originally, I was thinking, oh no, that needs to remain. And it's like, no, actually, it doesn't. Because what I'm gonna do here is redo that. And then that one. And that way. And that bring the opacity on that duck back up, but I'm going to then turn that off because we need to finish the layering work here. Get this line art sorted and then we can come back through and add in the line art for the trench coat and then color the ducks in, and we'll see what peeks through the trench coat then. I mean, it's not actually a trench coat, so that's why I keep trying not to say 3 ducks in a trench coat. But that's sort of the silly idea I was going with. And of course I'm having to call this one Quackslinging Ducks because it's required. Let's check that. Yeah, no, that looks fine. It looks fine. Line art. Okay. So there's our 3 ducks. Alright, so let's go back to our sketch. Turn all these guys off. And look at what we're doing here. Okay. Okay. Bring OBS back up. Yeah. Okay. We're about to go to an ad break. I'm actually going to step away, stretch, etc. I'll be right back.
called you so late last night.
Oh, and I also have myself muted because clearly I'm trying to make sure everyone gets their bingo cards filled out. Alright, well, let's see, what do we got here? Let's grab this image, bring it over. So reference for the jacket and scarf. So that's going to be basically the top layer. You can turn that off now. So I can get rid of that layer now because I don't need it. And then I'm going to group this. This here will just say coat. And this can be the line art layer, which we'll be working on multiple layers and things anyway. At least a good indicator. Okay. So let's actually put this in as symmetrically as possible. So we're going to have there. Let's see, we got a matching stripe. Oh, thank you. And that there is a stripe sort of that way. And we're going to have another. What do we got here? Have a look. So we've got two sides there. Now the coat actually does open. So and so I'm going to turn that off. And so what we're actually seeing with that is this section. So we actually have the open trench coat thing going on here. And this is the thing, it's supposed to be caught in the breeze. And I actually didn't want those lines on that layer, I want them on this layer. Okay. And then we're going to add another set of layers here. And we are going to have... Let's see, this should be basically a shirt underneath.
You can read in bed with the lights out or even under the covers if it gets cold.
And we're looking at having... So it's sort of a vest over a black shirt. So we will have the vest piece here. Here. Oh, that's a layer in and of itself. Okay. We're going to have that one. We're going to have that. We're going to take that. And this is the vest piece. Actually, let's bring those back. So let's sort of keep that there and that there. And then bring the vest piece there
Only in one.
into there. And just because these are ducks and not, you know, actual people, we are going to add... Oh, actually, you know, I like that idea. Rather than doing this here, we're going to take the cloth that's there and roll it back a bit. So it's like blown open. So effectively the wind has sort of folded this piece back here, but this piece here will still stay mostly here. So we need to do a little bit of cleanup for all of this. Oh, and we're going to have the scarf up here, so I'm not going to do too much cleanup in this area up here. Which I don't know if you guys can even see the cursor. Yeah, that's not a great cursor layout. No. Let's clean this up a little bit. Sketch off for the time being, because I want to make sure that I'm actually cleaning up my layers as opposed to trying to work on things that don't need to be adjusted. And by the way, I'm taking some guesses as to how the clothing here works. I mean, I know what it should work like from what I'm seeing, but... So we also have a tab and a pocket and so on, so I want to try and keep some of that as well. Okay, that came through to here, so we're going to clean that edge off there. This here. Okay. That one there, we're cleaning off to here. There. There. Doesn't come back through. That one goes all the way back there. And I figure even though I'm trying to do that, this is more of a fan art piece than trying to do something for a commission or something like that. Not that I have any commissions. Not really advertising for any at the moment either. I'm mostly doing this as a amusement value for myself. Yeah. And it gives me something to stream when I don't want to play games. There we go. Okay. And we will have, there should be a pocket here. Actually, with all of this right now, let's merge it all down. Because then we can see how the ducks line up. Because, you know, we have to make sure our ducks line up. Okay. What have I got going on over here? I see. Okay. So yes, our ducks seem to be lined up fine for that. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take this here. Okay. Yes. Exactly. So this is what I'm going to do here. I'm actually going to take this line. And that. Okay.
That's why I called you so late last night.
And this here is not. You think the ducks are a menace? Or do you think the lines are a menace? Where is the specific menace? Or is it a non-specific menace? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, now when I merge these down, we'll have our various layers here. So what I'm also going to do then is... No, we'll put the scarf in first, and then we'll worry about the rest of that. Okay. So let's grab our sketch again. The ducks. The three-headed menace. Oh yes, exactly. I mean, it's not like they're Darkwing Duck or anything. I'll bring that all the way from there. That one there. That one there. There. I'll add that in. Turn the code off quickly. Okay.
It may even surprise you to know that I have positive
And
proof.
then another here. And then one more, which will be that portion there. Actually, I can leave that somewhat as it is. Okay. That seems fine there. That seems fine. There, let's get rid of this. And that. And then I can get rid of that. What else can I get rid of here? Okay. Clean these ends up a little bit. And then we'll come back and do a proper job when we're actually closer. There we go. Or zoomed in, I should say. Not really closer. You bring me closer to God. Nine Inch Nails. Gotta love them. Yes, I know that's not the music that I'm playing on my stream at the moment. But it turns out 9 Inch Nails, I would need to pay the stream It's assuming Twitch would even let me. Even if I paid to have the authority to stream it, I would still potentially have to not be allowed because Twitch. So yes, and that gives us places here. So theoretically then, I should be able to take this guy, bring the opacity way down, turn that sketch off.
You can read in bed with the lights out or
I turn,
under the covers if it
I
gets
think it's
cold.
dock number 3. Yeah, dock number 3 is on. Okay, good. So then, let's turn our docks off. Actually, no, turn dock number 3 on. Bring the opacity down on him. And then I can go back up here to these. Set this as the line art layer. And I can get rid of the stuff that's going to be behind the dock. It won't be necessary, because there will be a dock in the way. And then the stuff that's going to be behind the edge of the jacket here. And then I need to get rid of that, which I should have gotten rid of earlier. Okay, that's that portion done. So now we'll bring the opacity up on that and bring it down on that. We can look at the line art lines for coat, and anywhere it's going to be behind the scarf, we can clear it out of the way. You have a small 1-minute delay. Yeah. Hey Maggie. I go by Eliath. Or Eliath the Vey, whichever you'd prefer. But you can't have my name. It's mine. Well, you got close. You know what they say, close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. Why, thank you. I don't claim to be a great artist. I claim to enjoy myself while I'm doing art. Okay. So there are our ducks. You go back to bed. I just saw your stream was on and Hush's Discord and wanted to pop in. Oh, thank you. And yeah, you should get some sleep then. I'm assuming you're on more western side of the Pacific time as opposed to me, which is the eastern side of the Pacific.
Well, you see, we weren't as fortunate as most people.
And thank you for stopping by. All right. So where are we? Well, we're right here. What are we working on now? Okay. So I think before I do anything more, I want to actually color some of this in so we can actually see the layering effect, because that'll start hiding some of the duck pieces in the right spots. So let's start with the scarf. The nice thing about the scarf is really it's only all of the blues are the same color. There's just different highlights. Actually, no, he's going with a more cleaner, more neon blue here. So, well, I guess that's what we're going to go with then. So let's turn these off. DuckDuckGo. Actually, I turn that on and turn that on. What I can do here is actually cheat. Alt for the cheating. Let's see, bring our tool, no, not keep the fuzziness up, but bring our position down. There. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. No. No. That didn't work the way I intended. Quack, quack. Yes. Just a bit of a hint as to what I'm working on. Okay. So let's do this. We're going to add that as a transparency mask. Ah, yes, that's going to need a little bit of fiddly work. Okay. And Emmy, I'm actually using one of your pieces of fan art as a reference. Let's see, bring that line back there. That blue is bright. I need the duck both behind and in front of this. Of course I do. Yeah, I know how to do this. This is gonna be annoying, but doable. Okay. Actually, that's what I can do. I can go here and I can say we want everything. No. I don't actually want that. That should be on white. There. Okay. So that's what we wanted there. So now if I go back to here, actually that's 2 in. So let's bring that down there. And then go back to there and say... it'll have to do for now. Okay.
That's why I called you so late last night.
Now I'm actually interested to check on something. Huh. Sometimes I'm amused when I'm with the things we say amongst ourselves as streamers. Right, actually, I don't need that one. I can do this one. This one's actually better for this. Because it is. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. And then go back to here. Oh. I actually need to do that trick again. In this case, I don't have to go so far. Of course I did that again. Keep thinking I'm pushing the other button instead of the one I'm actually pushing. Okay. Oh, actually, that's gonna be blue as well.
It may even surprise you to know that I have positive proof.
Huh. That's fine. I can go back here, we'll take that, and we'll say yoink. Oh, right. I believe I can do something like this. No. I think
There she was. What's the matter? Oh, I broke my pencil. Here you are.
it's terrible, but it'll probably do. At least enough to get this done. let's take that, set it to erase mode. Off. That can go there. Okay.
You can read in bed with the lights out or even under the covers if it gets cold.
I realized what I could have just done would have saved me a lot of time. If I set my layers up correctly, this will be just so much easier. There. I mean, the duck's not going to come through properly. I have to
Only in one.
cheat for that, but that's not going to be that much of a big deal. But here, I can then go here and do selections like this, which I couldn't do before. And I realized I have a thing there that I needed an extra line. So we're looking at about there. Oh. There we go. Clean that up. It's only where it's supposed to be. And bring that down here. And merge that down there. And we can say coat. Okay. So now if I select, that should be the blue, that should be the blue, this should be the blue, and this should be the blue. And I can go back here to the transparency thing. And basically just do it the easy way. I mean, I could try it. I don't know if it'll work for me, but I can give it a try. Okay. So we're going to go there, 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 and there. Here, we'll do this. We'll add that as a transparency mask. And then we need to set the color for that. I'm going to grab that from there. And then we're going to paint that all in. Okay, that's starting to come together a lot better. Actually, that blue should be a different blue.
Well, you see, we weren't as fortunate as most people.
So all that I did there for that. Okay. Scarf, colors, coat, dark, coat, light. If I go back here and make sure that I select the, no, there, 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 and there. And then add that there as a transparency mask. Come back here, grab the blue. It actually is a different blue, as we can see here. So then when we fill that in, there we go. And it's not perfect, but we'll improve that as we go through. on this, we add our other ducks in, and you can start to see that they're not all going to be sticking through at least one of the ducks. So I actually need that background there behind the ducks. So I need this background here behind the ducks. Okay. Bit bigger than expected. Interesting, we got a little bit of a divot coming through there. It looks like it's coming off the beak there. It is coming through from the beak. Okay. There we go. No, it is not. Okay. So I'm going to grab that, like that. And then we're going to take this, and I think this is the removal, yes. And then I'm going to add another layer, and we're going to put it in as a... And then we're going to take it all the way down underneath all the ducks. Grab the color. We'll put that in there. And then we're going to make sure that we don't have any excess transparency stuff coming through. So the nice thing is that's going to be behind the ducks, so I don't have to be that careful with that section of it. Okay. It's worth doing. It's worth doing right. Plus, I don't need to muck around too much with it, so I'm not going to zoom in and make sure every pixel is perfect. But I am going to make sure that the bulk of it. So yeah. I mean, I probably could have just left that untouched up. Okay. So there we have our clothing and such. So let's turn that one off, turn that one off, and bring our ducks into play here. So this one is this guy, one of these guys. So that said, let's add a couple of coloring layers in here. Let's see. What do you think you're doing? Because I'm sure if you knew that, you would be able to tell me, but you don't know that. 2 pixels. There we go. So there we go. We'll add that in. We add a transparency mask. We come here. We grab our duck leg color off this duck. We paint it in. Then we grab the beak color. Gonna flip that around. I'm gonna switch that to white. And yeah, this is basically how I do my coloring. It takes a little bit, but it works pretty well for me. So when I remember to actually push the buttons correctly. But because these are different colors, I actually do want to add that as a different mask. Oh, right. When I was up here, I didn't do this. Okay. And then we're gonna have the eyes. They're the murderous reddish brown. That's common to most ducks. Okay. So this one here is going to be our. This will be the. Keep doing that. This will be the body. And then we gotta add one more layer. It's going to be just the head. So that way I can do shading and other things like that on them as appropriate. And transparency mask. Okay, great. So we'll grab our color. And yeah, we do have a little bit of a area there that hasn't bled through. It isn't clean. So we're going to put that a mess on the transparency mask, not on the... Yeah. Okay, and then here we are going to grab this color, the bulk of the body,
You can read in bed with the lights
and then
out,
we'll
or
airbrush
even under the
in
covers if it gets cold.
some of these. Oh, there's a nice blue underneath there too. Guess would be happy about that. Okay. Here, that airbrush is way too big. So is that. Now I remembered what I was doing last Friday. I'd started doing a little bit of a Fallout game. I might do that again. Where am I? Just quickly double check where I'm at with things. Okay, it was fine. Sorry if I'm seeming a little distracted. I mean, I am a little distracted, but... What? I think I know what's going on. Okay. I think if I push these buttons over here the way I was planning on it.
Well, you see, we weren't as fortunate as most people.
Okay, that's working more in line with what I intended to have. Okay. All right. So back to our duck. It's going to have... Whereabouts is that? Is that... Okay, yeah, so there's a... Green comes down the neck a bit too, so... What we're going to do here is sort of expand the size of our airbrush here and bring it in more as a sort of generic color there. Darken it in. Okay, then I'm going to get my liquid brush and we're going to move some of that in. But it doesn't look so perfect and pristine. And then I'm going to grab some of that green. We'll go back to our airbrush here. Bring it around like that. There we go. That guy looks like he's actually supposed to, at least vaguely. And that also starts to hide some of the other stuff, so that's sort of the reason why I want to get some of these things put in. We were facing the wrong direction. Okay. So we'll turn off Dock 3. Actually, no, we'll do Dock 3 next because he actually looks pretty tame in comparison. We don't have an idea about what color his legs are. These guys have a sort of more golder leg, so I think I will try and keep a brownish gold for the leg of this guy. Okay. So Dock 1, Dock 3. Actually, let's do this a little backwards. There. Then we can select invert selection. And then we can add transparency mask. Okay. So if we zoom in a little on these guys, what we actually see is sort of a horny brown. And I'm going to use that for the legs for both of these ducks here. But for these two, that will be their leg color. So we're going to say there, and then we're going to set that there, and then this one here. Oh, that's what's going on. Okay. So here, let's turn Dock 1. Yeah, let's turn Dock 1 off. And then we can go outside of that.
That's why I called you so late last night.
There. Select. Select invert. There we go. And then we add that as a transparency mask. Then I'm going to erase the sections of the mask we actually don't need, which is pretty much that. Okay. So then. Okay. Here, here. Oh yes, I chose this one for the head because of the blue bell. So I'm going to add this guy here as transparency mask to that section. And then we're going to add another one here, and we're going to say, head. Interesting, there's bleed through from something else there. That's there. Okay. Let's erase that section of the transparency mask from that one, and then it won't be bleeding through. And then we can add in the bill here when I actually select it correctly. Add transparency mask. Okay, great. We'll grab that blue.
It may even surprise you to know that I have positive proof.
Put that there. This one here is the head, I think, yes. Which is a mixed black and white. So put a base color down of white. And then we'll put in an airbrush in some black. And then we will go find the eyes. They are not black. Push that around. Oh, it's an erase mode, okay. Now when we switch that back here, we can go here. And these are the eyes.
And there she was. What's the matter? Oh, I broke my pencil.
Here you are.
There. And then for the body, we have a mostly tawny color, which we will fill in. And then we will switch to adding a little bit of highlights with the airbrush. And switch. There we go. Sometimes it doesn't take much. Okay. We should also do a little bit of shadowing on the legs. So that's there, that's there. We're going to bring the opacity down on what we're doing. There. Okay, so that's duct 3 complete. Let's check back again on duct 1. I actually want to do a little bit more tweaking to him. That's the eyeballs. That's that. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we'll just do a little bit of trickery, basically. There's that. That's that. That's that. So this here. We got some shadow underneath here. Have a little bit of shadow there, but not much, because yeah, sort of cartoonish aspect is what we're trying to keep. Okay, duck 3. Let's turn off duck 1. Turn off duck 3, because they're both in the road. And take that guy, move it out. This guy here is this one here. Okay. So I'm going to try and see what I can do. With a few other things. Okay. That's that there. Okay. So we're going to grab that brown thing there. I'm going to try and do this. Let's see, this is going to need 3 different color areas that I don't already have. So we will go with one here, which is going to be the body. And a transparency mask. We'll go with another one here. It's going to be the beak. And then we've got this one here, which will be the and the transparency mask. Okay, great. So let's turn this one off for a sec, because what we've got going on here . Okay, let's just do it this way. And then bring the airbrush in. There we go. Okay, what's the eye color on these guys? Is this the Solus? Oh, it's the Solus purple. Okay. How do I know they're Solus? Because they're dogs. Okay, beak color. It's sort of a weird probably brown for a lot of it. You do have some that's a bit of a black. Go with that one. More of a bluish, which fits the whole Gantz theme. switch. There we go. Now, what we have here is an interesting situation. I actually want that color as the base. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to see if there's any textures here that I can cheat with. Ooh, that looks like it might work. Okay. Let's grab that and then go to our color selector, darken it up, and see what we get. Nope, not quite right. Try this guy. Yeah, pretty good, but a little large, so... I apparently get one. There we go. And then we are going to have that gray in use up here. And then let's get this, a little bit of shading in. Set a little bit of shading. Grab the legs. Not really happy with the way that one's come through. There. That, I think, adds that extra little... I think it was just a little too distinct as a pattern. There. Yeah. Okay. So now when I add the other ducks in, you can see they're 3 distinct ducks. And then when we add the coat and that, we have the ducks. Oh, wait. We have a background section that we need to do. Yeah. We need to grab that. Then we grab that. If I do that, I should be able to pretty easily just do that. There. Okay. Goes. Okay. All right. So now we have one last piece to add. And that would be, bring this all the way up here. This being our sketch, we wanted to have a mask hanging off here. That was the Gantz face. Oh, also, while I think about it, let's go back here to the clothes, let's go to the scarf. Here, I want to try that one. There. Too dark. No, too dark. Yeah, I'm gonna get on hell. Let's get rid of that sketch. Okay. Alright, let's add a second layer here, because what I can do is I can copy this transparency layer, and then that way I can actually do these what I can do those that way. I can then smudge it a little bit. And then bring the whole layer opacity down. That we're getting a little bit of it come through, but not insane amounts. There we go. And if I go here to the coat, I can do the same thing. Turn off that sketch layer. So I'm going to say duplicate layer in this case, and then we're going to actually erase the layer that was already there. And that's going to give us a layer that we can mess with a little bit. So let's bring that up. What are we looking at here? 100? Yeah, 100 should be fine. I'm gonna have that a little darker here. This here is going to catch a little there. We'll get a little bit of there we go. Now I need to see if I can find what I'm looking for. Trying to see if I can be lazy or if I actually have to do the work. I'm gonna have to do the work. Alright. No, you can't be lazy. Oh well. Okay. So in that case, what I'm going to need to do here, and I'm sorry to tell you this, Gans, but this is what's going to happen. Alright, so we're going to grab the guy. We're going to expand it out so that we have something of an appropriate size.
Only in one.
Not appropriate. Okay. Let's go back to our tool options. There we go. That's an appropriate size. There we go. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to add. Let's see. No. I need to. Where is it? Oh wait, edit. Paste into active layer. Yes. So there we go. Paste into active layer. Cool. That's fine. Great. Okay. Sorry. I want to undo that because what I want to do is paste as a new image. There. Okay. So what we need to do now is basically get rid of everything that isn't the Gans head. We're going to take that and we're going to say where is it? Sworn there's a way to trim to selection. There we go. See, I knew there would be a way to do it. We just had to continue being
Unfortunate as most people.
Okay. So we'll take our magnetic selection tool and remember these are ducks, so we're actually going to intentionally make sure that we don't do it perfect. Okay. So we're going to select invert selection, and then we're going to add that as a transparency mask. Wait. No, we're not. We're going to invert that back, and then we're going to do that as a transparency mask. Because that one looked very, very weird. Okay. So, brush. Then grab that one. Well, size is a little big. There we go. It's a little bit of that. Okay. Then we're going to clean some of this up. But I'm not really trying for perfection because it's supposed to be a mask that they cut out. And no, I try not to ask how ducks cut things out when they don't have opposable thumbs. I figure if I did that, then, you know, we'd wind up having to have some bad discussions about lots of things. Oh, actually, that's all fine down to here. And then we're gonna do some of this. Okay. Oh, that's a bit of neck, so there we go. So I'm gonna edit, select all, edit, copy, go back over here, and then we're going to paste into active layer. Yep. What did you do? Okay, we're just going to delete that layer. We'll add a new one in. And then we'll make sure we actually are copying the thing this time. Actually, we should be able to just select like this. There. That's what we're doing. Edit. Copy merged. There. Edit. Paste into active layer. There we go. And that's our image. And then we need to add strings. Get rid of that one. And take our reference image here and make it not so big anymore and not so in the road of everything. Okay. So I need to bring that up there. And then this one here. I'm going to bring that there. We're going to go be slightly larger. There we go. Let's actually bring that down a bit. Okay. And I think if I take that down below duck, no, it needs to be above the clothing layer. I guess I just need to actually like trim it so that it looks right. That thing that I should do. That's, yeah. So this image needs a background. I don't like that blue. So what do we have as options? Gantz has a weird circuit board layout thing behind him, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to change that layer. I'm going to bring it to that sort of, that's a little too right there. Bearing in mind, I'm assuming these ducks are the ones doing this, so no, that's no race. Try that. Okay, great. Okay. Now that I have that, and set that to 20, and then let's go here for this. Actually, there we go. And then go here, and we go. You know, it's the ducks trying to steal the idea. Okay.
It may even surprise you to know that I have positive proof.
Alright. So now, what I need to do is add the piece of resistance, otherwise known as light signature. Actually, I can do it in white this time. We'll do it in white this time, and we're going to attach it here. Put it there. It's not 2020. 2022. There we go. So there we have Crackslinger Ducks in all of his glory. And let me see what I want to do next.
There she was. What's the message? Oh, I broke my pencil. Here you are.
Wait. There we go. Thank you everyone for joining me, and I hope you found it interesting. I'm going to shoot off a raid to Emmy Akano because she's about to start doing art, and not sure how long she'll be before she starts though, so I guess we'll see. And yeah. So thank you everyone for joining me, and I will hopefully catch us all on Sunday when I am supposed to be streaming a city builder, so we'll see what I wind up doing actually. Because the one I have been streaming has not been getting that much traction, so I will probably try and find something else. So let's go give Emmy a raid now. Okay, so she's not in an ad. I'm sure there's only like one of us. And yeah, catch us all next time. Bye for now.